Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of My Scrappy Ideas. I'm back with my second sketch for the My Scraps More Sketchathon for April 2015 at My Scraps More. So if you've missed out on the other one, be sure to hop on over there. We have sketches all month long. The design teams will have a new sketch every single day that you can play along with for prizes and see some wonderful sketches and layouts. So today I'm doing another layout with the Simple Stories I Am collection. Like I said in my other video of my sketch, I have done a lot of layouts with this paper, but I am really in love with it, and I bought quite a bit of the collection. And so today I drew my sketch first, and so I'm working from the sketch this time. Last time I worked the opposite way. And so I knew I wanted to use this large black and white stripe as my background with the gold foil heart, and then I'm going to back it onto this teal cardstock or aqua cardstock. And so I'm just looking for something to map the photos. Anytime I have a really busy print, or like this, a really large print and the stripes, I like to have some type of mat between my photos and my pattern paper. And these photos are going to go at an angle, kind of just like I have them laying there now. And so there's going to be a little bit more showing in places, and then in some places there won't be much at all. So I cut it probably a little bit bigger than what a normal mat would be, since it's going to be angled. And it's just going to go onto the layout at a slight angle, and then I will tilt both photos in. And that black and white is going to be tilted. And then looking at it, I decided I really wanted something else between that patterned paper and my background. And so I was looking at the back side of the pieces that I cut away, and it's the same aqua with a black polka dot. And so I thought that would be perfect to kind of tie the two papers together. And so I just cut the strips in half so that I can have one for each side. And this one here is the shorter one, and so it's going to fit perfectly top and bottom. And then this second one is the long side, so I'm actually going to have to trim it down some. But first I decided to go ahead and I'm just going to cut it in half, and then once I have my top and bottom pieces on, then I will check and make sure how long I need it and trim it thin. That way I don't make a mistake and have pieces that are too short. But as you can see here, those side pieces are too long. But I need to adhere the top and the bottom first to make sure exactly how long it needs to be, because if it gets pulled out just a little bit more top or bottom, then it could throw it off. So these photos are of our dog that we have outside and my husband. And we adopted him in 2011, I believe. I'm sure most people heard about the Joplin, Missouri tornado, and they had a lot of animals that were displaced because of it, and the devastation that hit up there. And so they had several weekends of adoptions for the animals that were no longer had homes. And so we had went up and adopted him and brought him back. And at the same time, my husband had been diagnosed with cancer, and so he was at home, not working and just doing treatments. And so at the time of these photos, he was just we'd had him for about 2 months, and he was about 6 months old when we got him, and he was pretty big when we got him anyways. It was all I could do to kind of pick him up. But he was really scared and insecure, and you could tell he had really been through some traumatic experiences. And so him and my husband just kind of bonded, and my husband would go outside and just sit and relax and sometimes nap and stuff and just rest. And so Hank would always come up and just stay with him and kind of cuddle next to him, even though he's huge. At this point he was probably 75 pounds. I don't know. He was huge. He is huge. He's like a horse. So I always loved all the different photos and just watching the two of them together, and they were such a comfort to each other during this time. And so this layout is all about Hank, and so it's just going to tell about, you know, the different things that he's brought into our lives and kind of his personality, because he definitely has one, and his attachment towards my husband, and how comforting he was to my husband, as well as how comforting my husband was to him, to just sit and to love on him during this time as he adjusted to living in our home, or outside of our home. He's too big to be inside. He's an outside dog for sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down and then start adhering the border strips. And everything that I've used is simple stories. I didn't pull in any other lines, and it's the entire I Am collection. So the only thing that's not is the background cardstock. But before I had pulled in some photo stickers from some of the other Simple Stories lines, but this one is not. It's all Simple Stories. So you saw some of the sticker sheets a minute ago, and I just pulled them out and started pulling off anything that would work for this layout. If the phrasing and the words were something that I wanted to tell about this story, or the colors worked, anything like that, then I just pulled off, and I just have a piece of wax paper there, and I just stuck it on it so that I could have it without looking at the full sticker sheet, because sometimes it's confusing when you look at that sticker sheet. Not everything's going to match the layout that you're doing, and so you kind of overlook some things that could work. And so I like pulling them off and putting them on something so that I'm not distracted by the things that are not going to work. And so they had this large title that's this same print of the teal with the black polka dots that says I Am. So I decided to use it as my title, and so that was real simple. And then I just took the alphabet stickers and spelled out his name. And when I got ready to put it on there, it's on top of that black, and so it was really hard to read. And I didn't want to stick it down on the photo. You would have been able to see it, but then it was too far away from the I Am. So I went back to the sticker sheet and found this little sticker that's kind of a brick pattern. So it still had that outdoor theme with these little hearts, which is still a theme of, you know, we love our little puppy. And so I just stuck it up behind the photo mat. So therefore, his name, the rest of the title, is going to pop up, and you're going to be able to read that. So if you ever come across that where your title's going, and then all of a sudden you realize, you know, you can't see it, or for some reason it's not working, go back and look through your stickers or different embellishments, washi tape, anything like that, to see if there's something you could tuck in behind there to help pop it off. Okay, so I broke away for a minute, and I took the layout to the sewing machine, and I just stitched around the outside of the two pattern papers that are in the background. I just did a straight stitch all the way around, and now I'm just pulling all of the embellishments or all of the stickers that I had, and trying to see how I can kind of fit them in here. And so I knew that I wanted to use that house because there's the house, and then that little aqua sticker says I am home. So I just felt like that was real fitting to the story that I was going to tell, and so I knew I wanted to do it. And then I just needed to build up some more layers, and so I found the black tab sticker on the left that has the gold heart, and I tucked it in. And then the kind of pinkish red banner says loved and adored, so I stuck it across the top. And then one of these photo stickers that says silly, I stuck it on the top of that. So that kind of describes him. And then there was a couple of other stickers to the left, and here I'm just kind of showing you close up just a little bit. And of course I put my date stamp on. And at the bottom I put more journaling as I am loyal and right where I want to be, so loved. And then the one with the arrow says this is me. So I hope you enjoyed the layout today. Be sure to hop on over to My Scraps and More and join in on the sketch challenge. I'd love to have you as a subscriber if you enjoyed the videos. We'll be doing some big giveaways here really soon. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and so we're doing some little small random drawings for commenters and a big one and when I hit 1,000. Thanks for watching, and we will see you real soon.